Konbanwa YouTube. Boku wa nikorasusensei desu. Today is probably going to be, I'm trying to keep this episode short, but I'm just going to talk about what I've learned about what I've learned about studying Japanese and how to go about it. Now, I love Japanese. I love learning it. It's one of the only things that I really appreciate doing to enhance my intelligence in any way. Okay, I don't like studying anything else. I don't like math. I don't like English, which is whatever. You know, that's what I like. That's what I got A's in high school, and that's what I'm going to do hopefully in the future. Just to get some things out of the way. Thanks, Forgotten Memories 21. I put up my lamp here I stole from the living room to get better lighting. So, you know, she requested that people see my eyes. Maybe that'll make everything better. I don't know. Today I'm going to go through some tips, of course. One thing that I would also like maybe some of you guys to check out is Lingo Steve. I think that's his name, Lingo Steve. But he talks about just basic tips on learning Japanese and stuff. It's really, well, he speaks like I think 11 different languages. So a guy who knows 11 different languages, one including Japanese, has probably got some basic tips for you to learn. Just go ahead and check out his channel later. Basically, yeah, I love Japanese, like I was saying a while ago, and I got my, I'm applying to go to a regular community college, and after 2 years, from now, I'll actually be starting the fun stuff. I know probably some of you that are in college or studying college and stuff, I've tried to get some of the boring stuff out of the way, so that's what I got to do. So that gives me 2 years to study by myself. Hopefully I'll get pretty good, and hopefully I'll have a lot more videos by then. Basically, let's see. First thing I'm going to tell you is that I think learning Japanese and whole phrases is really helpful to me personally. You know, usually the way I go about it is using flashcards, and after a while, after you're looking at words written down, after a while, your ability to focus is just out the window. You know, I'm sure, you know, most of you can recall learning your multiplication tables back in the day. If you used flashcards, it was probably a pain in the ass for you, you know. And it's the same with this. At first I thought it was okay, you know. I have a lot of flashcards made. Here's just a stack of what I'm going to be learning in the next few days. But my attention span just goes out the window with that stuff. That's the first thing I'm going to teach you. So phrases I think are really awesome because you learn a lot of words at once, and it's better than just regular words because it actually gives you something to say with a purpose, you know. And that helps you in on the fly and stuff. Instead, if I'm talking to somebody, I don't have to just be like thinking of every single word I've learned in my flashcards or learned places. I actually have a phrase for this already, and I can just say that. I think phrases are wonderful, and you know, later on as you learn, you'll be able to actually pick out pieces of those phrases, or you should have looked them up obviously the first time you learned the phrase. Flashcards. I've thought of a way to fix flashcards, and I've watched other channels or other videos and stuff, and people talk about putting pictures with their flashcards, and I think that's pretty awesome. I think that's a great idea, and I haven't done it because I'm too lazy to draw every verb that I'm learning or figure out how to put a picture with you know, certain words that are really complicated. But I'm going to start doing that because I guess visual things will help you help your mind click better, you know. The Lingo Steve guy, he said something about how after a while your mind gestates if you haven't studied in a long time. And I took off. So far, I've taken off 3 days from Japanese, and honestly, it's because my drive for it is just really low. I love it, but my drive for it is really low. I mean, after a while, I know in the first couple of days I was learning 4 hours. I was stuck to 4 hours, and I was really excited. I was doing this 4 hours, and those 4 hours turned to 2 hours, and then 2 hours turned to like 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes turned to half of my time watching just videos on YouTube of finding better ways to teach it. And I guess it's my mind's way of telling me that it's exhausted of it, or it's just I need something more interesting to keep my attention instead of just books that are teaching me random words and stuff like that. So I think that's, I don't know, lost my train of thought. Whatever. Another thing that I thought was really cool to do is learning dirty words. I know you should probably never learn. You should probably never use dirty words or whatever. But when I mean dirty words, I mean just being able to say nasty things. Because obviously I'm a guy, and most other guys think really dirty, right? And I think I don't know. I saw somewhere else somebody was talking about how learning is really exhausting on your brain, and it's really good. It keeps your, learning new things every day, keeps you sharp and everything, but it's exhausting for you, and your brain burns like a ton of calories. So to a guy, it's just natural to think about sex all the time, and for some women actually, but whatever. But I think a great way to learn different phrases is to think, is to like say dirty things. And what I do is with my girlfriend, we'll get on and start writing. We'll look up ways to say dirty things in different languages and stuff, and we'll send them to each other. And she sends me some. She did this one time. She sent me some very dirty sentences, and I could actually pick out some of the words. So it was really good. I think I learned some words that I didn't need to learn, but through the process I had to look up some other words that I didn't know that can be used in normal sentences. So it's I think it's great. Go for that, people. Go for the dirty stuff, guys. Like I said, time lapsing, or I was trying to talk about time lapsing. See, it ran on forever. I'm at 7 minutes on this camera already. Whatever. But I talk about time lapsing. I took those 3 days off, right? And I've started reading and looking over my notes again, and it just hits me fast, like shit that I didn't some stuff that I just grazed over, I learned pretty quick. And I don't know why. Sometimes I'll sit there and focus on one word and try to learn it. I'll be like, I'm going to learn this word right here. I'm going to repeat it 100 times in my head. I look at it an hour later or so, and I don't remember it at all. I'm just snapping. I won't remember it at all. And other words I hear once and they just stick. And someday I'll have I'll have a explanation for why that happens, but it's beyond me. But I think the Lingo Steve guy was talking about how after a while your mind, your brain is processing all this stuff, and it gestates. It's like the language just sets in there, and through your sleep, whether you know it or not, it kind of integrates itself. And I think once your brain finally figures out these channels to get these certain words, that's how it's easier. So just know that, guys. It's good to take a break, but don't give up. Okay. Another thing is actual practice with the language. I'm gonna pretty much say this guy's name a lot. Lingo Steve. Okay, he's pretty awesome because I looked him up just to find out about learning language, not so much Japanese, just about what goes on in your brain when you're learning language, just to see if I can get any tips from him. But he was talking about how he can study all the time or whatever, and he can review as much as he wants, but until he takes about 4 months in that country and he actually has to practice speaking these languages every day, that's when your brain starts to just get used to it, And he said that's how he basically just keeps it in there. That's how he keeps sharp on his languages, is to actually use them. I haven't spoken to anyone in Japanese since I got it. Any native speaker, anyone who even speaks it. I haven't been out anywhere. I haven't talked to anybody yet. But by the time hopefully if I even speak slow, I'll have something to say to them, guys. Okay, I gotta wrap this video up. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a word or phrase of the day here. Dochira desu ka? Dochira desu ka is which way, or which way am I going here? If you're on a street in Japan or something, you need to ask that. You say dochira desu ka? Dochira desu ka? Another one is cool. If you got which way, you should put this one in it. Dore desu ka? Which one is it? You know, dore desu ka? Which one is it? This pen or this? Dore desu ka? That's cool. That's probably a cool one to know. I don't know what kind of. Obviously, there will be situations if that you might need that. Dore desu ka? And you can remember it because dare is who. So dore desu ka is which one? Dore. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching this probably most boring video out of them all, but you know, thanks for watching, and please subscribe and check out everybody else I talked about. Lingo Steve and Forgotten Memories, of course. Awesome. It's nice about Forgotten Memories. It's nice to have other people on YouTube that aren't douches that comment. You know, there are nice people on YouTube that will say nice things to you, but that's what was one of my fears about making YouTube videos, is these just assholes that'll just post shit on your on comments and just say totally mean things, you know. But you know, that's part of having YouTube, so whatever. Thanks, and people, you should be more like that. Be nice, encourage people. So thank you. Subscribe to me and subscribe to them, nikorasusensei at YouTube. Yeah, I was gonna say eBay. Bye bye, people. Jane.